All right, so get a length of thread, put it through the needle, and get all the way to the end. I'm trying to do this by looking at the camera and what I'm doing at the same time. It's not really working. All right, get them even or somewhat even. You're going to end up cutting the tails anyway. It doesn't matter. Not the end. I do it twice. Give it a big knot. I'm going to do it a third time just because I can't see that well. All right. There you go. Now, we do clip it off the end, but like leave a little bit extra, because if the knot starts to move, then it has somewhere to go. If you go too close, then the knot comes undone. All right. You're going to take the thread and make it so that this is nice and straight. And it's like, it sits well inside the thread, or inside the needle. All right. So I've marked my position as to where the buttonhole is going to, or the button is going to go. I come up through the bottom, pull the needle all the way through. I bring it up and over into the button. Okay, so where I had put this, let me see if I can try to get some light in here. There we go. Okay, so where I entered it, this is going to be, the button's going to sit like this. So you want to continue it in a cross pattern, pull your thread all the way through, but don't pull so the button's all the way in or close to the fabric. You'll see why after. Find where you came in, go back into that same hole, pull through. Don't pull too tight, like I said. You want to make sure that the button stays kind of loose and you got a little bit of room behind the button itself. Pull this through. A lot of issue stuff, they go twice through and then begin the other side, but I usually do like 2 or 3, and it's more so because I want to make sure the button stays. There's that. Okay. You're going to come up and do it one last time. And this should be really good and secure. Okay. Up through and back into the button. Make sure you're going back in the same spots. You don't want to, because otherwise you'll end up with like your needle moving in the wrong direction. All the way through. Now at this point, I stabilize my fingers holding onto the fabric, like here and here, and then I hold the button up away from the fabric. See? So then I start the other side. I come up, find the hole, put it through. Like I said, don't go too tight. Push through the other side. Do this 2 or 3 times or more. If you go over too much, then the thread, depending on what size the thread is, it's going to get too thick and you won't be able to move it. And then you're kind of defeating the purpose of securing the button. Up through, in. This is my last one. Okay, so now what I do, bring the needle up behind and out of the way of the button, so you're not going through any of the holes, you're just bringing it up and behind. And what I do is I wrap it around. I try to do it tight, 3, 4, 5. You can do it as many times as you want, but I wouldn't do it too much. And then I come in through behind. You see like how there's like a little bit of a, I'm trying to see if I can focus. You see how there's like, it's wrapped around right here. So what I try to do is I push it through so that you're going through the cross. You're going through that middle part right there. Bring it into the other side. Bring it in tight. I wrap 2 more times, and then I bring it up through the bottom. Behind the button. Okay, so now there's a nice little extra, here, let's see. There's a nice little extra opening right here. So when you go to put your suspenders on, it has something to catch, and it's not just going to sit flush against the fabric. So now that I brought it through the bottom and the back, push it through to the other side, and then I knot it 2-3 times, depending how thick your thread is. I'm using a size 24 thread right now, so it's kind of thin. So I'm going to do it 3 times. And it'll leave a nice little knot. What I'm doing, if you can see, like I'm pushing down, try to get this so that it gets right up against the knot, right down at the bottom. See how you can see the knot right there? I try to get this so that it's right there. Using my fingernail, I hold it. I hold the knot and the thread, and I pull the thread tight. Come in, leaving a little bit of a tail. Snip it. There it is. Okay, let me get this. Reattach. There it is. That's how you do a suspender button. I'm sure there will be a criticizer or two, but this is my way, and it's the easiest way for me. Thanks.